All right, we back. Right way, Jay. Clear visions. Let's go and get straight into it. All right, now lately I've been really on this book right here. Right here. If you haven't got it, go get it. Trust me, it's a great read. And one of the concepts that it has in here is about. He has like this model, and it's almost shaped like a tree. I don't know if you can see here. It explains how, like, with social integration, we, as African Americans, we share our resources with everybody, and when everybody else takes those resources, they go up, so very few of us go up. But when we create an economy, which is here, we can use the money in that economy to push ourselves up to the next level. It's very interesting, and I like to read, passage out of here just to, let's see how it goes. Now it says, Black Americans as a group cannot improve their wealth and power holdings by advancing horizontal social integration. Wealth, power, and other resources are not stored horizontally in a pecking order. Pecking order, like a bird pecks down their food. Okay. Nor are they stored on the same level with Black Americans. Black Americans. Black Americans are locked into a caste system upon which this nation's class system rests. So what it's saying is that we're locked into a specific system, area, wherever we're living, be it New York, Miami, wherever, where it was designed to keep us in that specific area. This is why you have officers that, for the most part, like slave catchers, keep the slaves in where they do belong and other places where they don't belong. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. All right. Now, horizontal movement places Blacks in an economic competition with poor whites who have yet to ascend the pecking order. Who have yet to ascend, so they still have the power to, because majority of the wealth is with Caucasians. No matter how you, in America, I'll speak for America. I mean, we can talk about the Queen of England and how much she makes, but she's fine. but in America, like, whites control the majority of the wealth. That's just point blank, period. If I had to break it down into a pie, I would say Caucasians own 3/4. Let's draw it up into a pizza pie, right? They own 3/4 of that pie. So there's 25% left. And out of that 25% left, you have all other minorities that are fighting between that. Now, if all other minorities are fighting for that 25%, okay? If all other minorities are fighting for that 25%, other minorities have economic basis that they can build wealth on. They build their wealth on the backs of African Americans because they put stores in our neighborhoods, and we supply their stores with money, and they supply us with goods and services. It's commerce, capitalism. That's how it works. You exchange your money for goods and services. Now, being that African Americans do not, for the most part, produce anything that they sell in abundance to, not only to other African Americans, but to other people of the world. We don't have an industry where we do that. Other minorities do. So they have a leg up. And the leg up is African Americans, because when immigrants, it's no different than when the country first started. And when they started bringing over poor whites were supposed to be because you had the rich whites who were like the supreme, and then you had the poor whites who were the manager class, and then you had the slaves, which were Black people who were slaves, all right, during that time. All right. So they knew we had to keep these black people at the bottom, and we had to stand on top of them so that we of the Caucasian or any other nationality, we get a leg up off of the African Americans, because they will automatically buy into whatever we're selling. And if not, we can guilt trip them into supporting us. These are immigrants. All right. So I'm not mad at the hustle. I'm really not. I'm not mad at the hustle at all. To me, it's genius. And I salute it. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to look out for your people. You're supposed to, like, immigrants, they come from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, where they have much more going on in their world, going on their side of the world. So when they come here, they're like, hey, we got a leg up. So if we got a leg up, we're going to do whatever we got to do to get this leg up, because we're not trying to go back to where we're from. We ran from there to America to get a better start for ourselves, to be able to get our paid, to get our people to a land of freedom. African Americans were already here, and we created the freedom that immigrants chase. We created it. Now, in the midst of us creating that opportunity to grow and develop and be whatever you want to be, we just so happen to be the footstool. We just so happen to be the footstool. It's sad and unfortunate, but it's true. Now, I would hope that by now people are seeing that, okay, we need an economy of our own. We need an economy of our own that we can, that we own and control, and we can use that to build a platform for ourselves so that we can be respected amongst the others. The reason we get so disrespected because we don't own and control anything. I mean, sure, we make great music and we can catch a football and we can dunk a basketball. We can even hit a baseball. We can do all of this stuff to make you laugh and feel good, and you know, we can do that. But outside of that, what do you have? I mean, art is important, but so is technology. So is health. So the question is, at what point in time do African Americans say to themselves, you know what, maybe if we just had like a land of our own, or like an area in town of our own, that we had everything we needed, from grocery stores to banks to hospitals, repair shops. I mean, just the whole 9 yards. We had everything we needed in that area. I think we will be fine. I really do. Like, if we had of our own, that and nobody can mess with us. Like, we'll police ourselves. We're fine. We don't need anybody policing us. We don't need anybody watching over us. We don't need anybody surveilling us. We're fine. You give us what is owed to us. You give us the land that is owed to us, and let us live. And I really think that would create the change. And you could just have certain areas in cities, because I know black people are everywhere in America, from New York, California, Miami, Texas, everywhere in between. So every section of every area of the city would have like a section that's like for African Americans, like how you have like Chinatown and Little Russia and Little Italy. Same thing for African Americans. You could have it, you know, Black American Kingdom. Like I'm just throwing out names right now. Little Africa. Like it's a lot of things you can call it. But I just wanted to leave you all with that, because I know I've been rambling on for a minute, but I think you all get the gist of what I'm saying. I hope so. I hope so. If not, the only thing I can say is read. Please read. Please take some time to read. Check this out. It's a really, really great book. I urge y'all to check it out. I really do. In the meantime, I'm about to dive back into this, but I just want to share this with you all real quick. Right way, Jay. Clear visions. 2 fingers to the next time.